the train. There are other families that you see this, a lot of kasasiro here, a lot of paper bags. There are other families that cannot afford this everyday payment because a kilo of kasasiro, but taking it on tukutuku is at 200. So the other families which don't afford, but then they get these street kids or their own family members. When it is night, at beginning at 7, they send their children to come and throw here the rubbish. So that's why you see here a lot of rubbish. Thank CECIC that has come, not even coming during the flood of Nyamwamba. We thank you very much that you've come at the right time to come and talk about the effect of floods after Nyamwamba. Thank you very much. This is the problem we get. We've not seen other organizations come back, but we only see them during the floods. Sensi, thank you so much. You've come. Now you're seeing the effect of this trench. You're seeing the effect that the effect of what will happen, what the citizens will get after the floods in 2 to 3 years to come. So this is what we face. It is a dumping place where nobody is bothered. Maybe you'll come and help us talk about it, sensitize the community, and we are very happy that you've chosen us. We shall also help you sensitize our own community about how to care for our own waste. We call upon other stakeholders to come also and intervene and see what is happening after Nyamwamba floods, and see how the community is living in a sorrowful state where we don't know what will happen next, because this trench is a threat. Another thing is that we are very, very worried as a community. We don't know when this Kavera will ever also be disposed. But what I know, Kavera doesn't get disposed. Only that we don't know the effect that it will bring out. It is wasting our soil because it doesn't decompose. And next to that, if Nyamwamba floods again, most of the water will not run off. It will overflood here and then burst to families instead of running as it would be, because of this Kavera will do what? This Kavera will be a problem.
We are fighting reducing waste, reducing plastics, reducing Kavera, recycling them and reusing them. But before we do this, it is my voice, it is my call for me and you, for CECIC, Center for Citizens Conserving Environment, and you, the community people, to come together, work hand in hand, and we shall be able to fight this. Even if it rains, and let's assume that water goes up to Nyamwamba or the lake, it ends up in Lake George. And just like you have seen water being disposed all over, like waste being disposed all over because they don't rot, this thing happens to lake. We are fighting reducing waste, reducing plastics, reducing Kavera, recycling them and reusing them. But before we do this, it is my voice, it is my call for me and you, for CECIC, Center for Citizens Conserving Environment, and you, the community people, to come together, work hand in hand, and we shall be able to fight this. Even if it rains, and let's assume that water goes up to Nyamwamba or the lake, it ends up in Lake George. And just like you have seen water being disposed all over, like Lake George, Lake Edward will flood into the communities, will flood all over Kasese. Nyamwamba will flood all over Kasese, and we are going to lose our lives. So I call upon stakeholders, government, to take initiatives of getting to these companies that manufacture these things. Since fighting Kavera is an issue in Uganda, we can let them know of how they can handle their wastes. At least they should come to communities and recycle these plastics. Recycle all the bottles for all companies. Companies should take initiatives, should take control of their products. We beg government, environmental officers, and other stakeholders to come up with initiatives of involving policies to these companies that manufacture these people. You and I may want to fight Kavera, but as long as the continuous manufacturing is taking place, it will really be a hard thing for us. Most people think planting trees is conserving environment, but waste management is an issue, especially plastics and polythenes that are causing poor environment in Uganda, in Kasese, all over the world. So you and I can perfectly handle wastes, and we can still make initiatives in these wastes we think are waste. You who is out there and you really don't know what is happening, a lot and a lot is happening out here in two fields. Like they have said that organizations come during floods to give out kaunga, to give out beans, but they don't really come to give other services on how these people can protect their environment. A lot is happening in Kitoro, Kasese municipality, Nyamwamba Division. Wastes are handled so poorly. They are all over, mixing Kavera and plastics, polythenes and biodegradables together. Like we have seen it as an issue. Plastic bottles and polythenes are being disposed into a channel called Kamlikwizi channel, where they even don't rot. In the end, they are compiling in the river. The river is no longer having space for water to move. So when it comes that Nyamwamba has joined this channel, it is always hard for them, like the flooding becomes so fast and quick, and they are really facing a lot of issues. There is an pleasant smell in the community, breeding of mosquitoes. So you and me out there can make a change. Learn how to dispose your waste so well. Take initiatives of handling biodegradables, wastes that rot alone, and wastes that don't rot should be handled well. We have initiatives of making wastes into wealth. If you think you cannot handling wastes, you can make an initiative that we can go rich with wastes. Thank you.